Hey, when I tell you black people are going off on this video, they are really boycotting all of the Asian businesses. I'm talking about Chinese food, the beauty supply, the massage place, everything. And you still got Asians feeling the heat of this Asian boycott in America. And I want you to look at this video, discover some new tales and some new people that are speaking up, that's giving more information about the Asian boycott in America. And black people, black Americans are speaking about this Asian boycott, and they're happy that the blacks, are boycotting the Asian businesses. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe here. And I just want to say thank you all for subscribing and comment to this channel. It's time that we use our voices. All right. So check this video out.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromat.
It is so damn ironic of you to bring up Chinese restaurants and dry cleaners and laundromats, because we didn't choose those jobs. We were actually forced into them due to the anti-Asian laws created by white Americans and white European immigrants. And the only reason why those businesses survived was largely because of the support of black people. But a lot of you bootlickers don't know your history. And for that, I'm gonna have to take you to school. Domain expansion. Infinite TED Talk. What's up, everyone? My name is Rainier, and this is the true history of boycotting Asian businesses. You see, before Chinese restaurants and gas stations and beauty supply stores, the first Chinese migrants were actually in America in the 1800s during the California Gold Rush, and then to build the Transcontinental Railroad across the West Coast. But when the gold ran out and the final train tracks were laid, the American economy fell into a depression, and poor white Americans and European immigrants started to feel threatened by Chinese labor. And so what do? They joined anti-coolie clubs, and they advocated for anti-coolie laws that would limit the opportunities of Chinese laborers and tax anybody who hired Chinese workers. The racism was so bad that Chinese people were hunted down in their neighborhoods, beaten up by mobs of white men, or just straight up lynched in the streets. This violence is a big reason why Chinatowns were created in the first place. They are ghettos. They are safe spaces where Chinese people could set up shop and live together. But because of these anti-coolie laws, the only businesses that they could set up and get financing for were restaurants, grocery stores, and laundromats. Quick side note, so you should definitely watch the Warrior series because it's based on the writings of Bruce Lee, and it's set in the 1870s during all this anti-Asian racism. But even though black people were fighting their own freedoms at the time, they still took the initiative to speak up for Asians. And in 1869, the great Frederick Douglass gave the Composite Nation speech, where he said, "Let the Chinaman come. He will help to augment the national wealth. He will help to develop our boundless resources. He will help to pay off our national debt. He will help to lighten the burden of our national taxation. He will give us the benefit of his skill as a manufacturer and as a tiller of the soil in which he is unsurpassed." Then in 1871 in Los Angeles, a mob of 500 white men robbed Chinese businesses and killed 19 Chinese immigrants. Hatred was so commonplace that companies would release advertisements to sell their laundry products using anti-Chinese racism. And then decades later, when the Hoover Company needed to sell washing machines, they published this ad over here depicting Chinese laundromat workers being displaced by automation. Now, if you watched Sinners, you probably remember the two Asian characters over here who ran a grocery store. And a lot of people were kind of confused why they were included. But that's because many Asians who left the West Coast due to a lack of work and racism, they fled to the South to work on sugar and cotton plantations. Many of those same Asians set up grocery stores in those black neighborhoods, which means black people were speaking up for Asians in the West Coast and putting dollars into our businesses in the American South. Fast forward to the 1980s when Vincent Chin was bludgeoned to death with a baseball bat by two white men who thought that Vincent was Japanese. Ronald Ebens and Michael Nitz recently lost their job at the Chrysler factory, and they blamed the Japanese car market for destroying the American automotive industry. And so they killed Vincent Chin. And when the Asian community needed to seek justice, who showed up for us? Jesse Jackson. I could honestly keep going, but I'm going to end on this note. If you know the Disney movie, The Jungle Book, then you know the author of the original book, Rudyard Kipling. But what you might not know is that Rudyard also infamously created the poem, The White Man's Burden, which symbolizes the pain and the struggle of being a white man who is responsible for carrying African, Asian, Latino, and indigenous people out of the jungles of barbarism into the promised land of civilization. But for a lot of you bootlickers, you seem to think that just because you're in another basket that you're better than black folks, even though we've worked on the same plantations and we've been lynched by the same angry mobs. You're trying so hard to get invited to the picnic, even though history has proven that we'll never truly be accepted by them. And in fact, history shows us the opposite. History has shown us that even though black people have no reason to invite us to the cookout, for well over a century, they have still had the heart to save us a plate. So to all you ungrateful Asian bootlickers out there crying about black people boycotting Asian businesses, just know that this protest doesn't come from nowhere. It came from over 100 years of showing love to Asian people and not receiving that same love and support in return. And goddamn, I think it's time that we need to return the favor.
If you are Asian, before you should even be asking the question about who gets to decide who gets to boycott Asian-owned businesses, we need to be having the conversations in our own spaces about whether or not anti-Black racism needs to be addressed and have those uncomfortable conversations within our communities. Because I have been doing this for years, right? Have you been doing that before you decided to come online and post a video being like, oh, Black Americans are such hypocrites, which they are not. They have a right. Like, they have an absolute right, because we do have rampant anti-Black racism. And before we are willing, like, we need to be willing to take accountability for that before we get to decide whether or not anybody should be boycott. Also, it's not even our decision who gets to boycott. Our role, right? And everybody has different roles under systemic oppression, and something happens, is what can I do in solidarity instead of looking at this situation as an us versus them problem? If you're still looking at it from the lens of an us versus them problem, then you are on Rick Chow's side. And I know that people can say like, oh, well, you know what, like I have such a diverse spectrum of ideas and I see things differently. But when it comes to systemic oppression in a world that is made to be black and white, then if you are going to look at this boycotting situation as, oh, you shouldn't boycott us, why should we have to pay for the sins of this one guy? Like, that's not like the systemic playbook, right? Like when one person does harm, or even if it's a few people doing harm, right? If you think about like slavery in the South, even if it was just a few people, a few families running the whole thing, okay? The systemic issue is still the fact that everybody inherited these core belief systems about certain marginalized groups of people, and we are still perpetuating these ideas, right? Like, the issue is that our ideologies are still there, right? And until we're able to address that, why are we even thinking immediately like, oh, actually, I'm going to argue about boycotting, when you should be looking at yourself in a mirror and being like, hey, I realize that I'm contributing, my community is contributing. How have I seen anti-Black racism manifest in Asian spaces? Like, why are these conversations so difficult to have? I don't know. But they need to be had, right? They exist. They exist. People are doing it, some people are not. But when it comes to the question of solidarity, are you for or against? And if you are for, then have the conversations first before you decide who gets to boycott if you are an Asian person.
I'm not gonna pretend I fully understand what kind of pain Black people go through on a daily basis. That would be a complete lie. It's almost same as, I can understand childbirth. I don't understand women go through, during the childbirth, because I'm a man and I will never get to experience that. Some black people pointed out, I say all these things because black people want to boycott Asian-owned businesses. Personally, it doesn't affect me. I don't have anything to sell you, or I don't own any business. I'm not scared of that. I just want peace with everybody. This isn't about money, at least for me.
Asian businesses don't give back to the black community. I hear this talking point a lot, but to be fair, does any business give back to the community? This is what I think about a business. A business exists to make money. It's about supply and demand. They supply the demand and they make money from it. Some make a lot of money, some barely get by, and some don't make money. But is it also their obligation to give back to the community? I live by a Walmart and Target, and I don't remember a time they gave back to me. Like, are you saying they should support the local Little League team or something? Yeah, some businesses have like community programs, scholarships. But I'm not really fooled by that. I don't think they really care about the community. These are just marketing ploys, so it looks like they care about the community to get more people to come to their business. The only company I think that cares about the community is Costco because they keep hot dogs at $1.50. So personally, I don't think this is an Asian issue. So let's just take the word Asian out of it. Is it the obligation of...
Black people are boycotting Asian stores because an Asian store owner recently just offed a black kid. And this is the most stupidest thing ever. This is one of the most racist things you can ever do. And it's coming from black people. And I'm very disappointed, right? Because, you guys gone through the most, struggle in racism. So I thought you would be more understanding about, not turning things into racist issues immediately. But, here it is. You see a Chinese guy or just an Asian guy do something bad to a black guy and you automatically start boycotting and stereotyping and grouping in all the other Asians. What the hell kind of logic is that? We do not associate with the guy. Have you seen a single Asian person, glorifying or saying that guy, he did it, then he did the right thing, that black kid deserved to have that happen to him? No. Who is supporting him? No one is supporting him. If the Chinese community was supporting that Chinese guy or Asian guy, then I would understand you're boycotting everyone. But literally no one is supporting him. We're all condemning him. Show me one person who's supporting that Asian store owner. What are we doing? Why are you becoming more racist? Why are we fighting racism with racism? This is the most stupidest thing ever, bro. If anything, this is raising racial tensions between blacks and Asians. This is the most stupidest. You're just setting everyone back. This is so stupid. Please do not do this. Okay? I understand that, that black kid did not deserve to have that happen to him. Alright? And I agree. We all agree on that. Every Chinese person or Asian person, I can probably agree for them on their behalf. Okay? We all, saying that Asian guy did not, saying he's a bad person. He deserves to go to jail for a long time. We all agree on that. There's no need for you to start boycotting and become racist to other Asian stores because of this one singular incident. Are you stupid? What? If you see, your black friend doing this, genuinely please explain to them and calm them down because this is not the right way to, combat racism.
There is a lot of rising tension between the Asian and Black American community, with Black Americans saying, let's boycott some Asian businesses, and Asian Americans saying, stop attacking our people. And this is all being caused due to the acquittal of Rick Chow in the murder of Cyrus Carmack Belton. And it's upsetting seeing this divide occur because we should all be, with each other in solidarity as minorities, right? I think we can all agree that Rick Chow should be in prison. He shot and murdered a 14-year-old boy. However, why are we combating that with racism against one another? In my opinion, the only person that wins as the result of us attacking each other, us unfairly discriminating against Black Americans unfairly discriminating against Asian Americans, are the bigots that support Rick Chow being found not guilty. One man's actions should not justify demonizing an entire community. Calling in fake orders to Asian restaurants and boycotting small Asian businesses is not the answer. Do I discriminate against everybody from Vermont because Chester Arthur is the one that signed the Chinese Exclusion Act? No, I think that's unreasonable. I like Bernie. I hope some justice is served for Cyrus Carmack Belton and his family finds peace.
So this Asian guy goes off on black people and actually challenges black people, to actually, go out and go ahead and do a boycott. But check this out, right? So that Asian man put out a challenge to black people to go ahead and boycott Asian businesses. He asked us to go out our way to go ahead and boycott Asian businesses. And it's really not a problem. You see, the thing is, a lot of these Asians is getting on this app talking about how much they don't need us and how much they don't need our money. So why are you so much in our hoods then? Why are you everywhere but your own neighborhoods? right? Why don't you go ahead, and pack up your little, nail salons, your little restaurants and all that and everything that you got going on. Why don't you go ahead and pack up all your businesses and get up out of our hood? See, the fact of the matter is that you guys need us. We don't need y'all. You guys need us. We don't need y'all. You ain't never seen a Jamaican restaurant, Haitian restaurant, Black American soul food restaurant in Little China or any Asian community. You guys don't support anything we do. You guys don't support none of our businesses. I ain't never seen Asians walk into a black establishment to actually purchase anything, to actually pay for anything. Actually walk into a black establishment and actually spend money with black people. I ain't never seen Asian people do it. So how you gonna sit here and act like, oh, we don't need you. Yeah, y'all need us. The whole world need us. We don't need y'all. We put food in your baby's stomach. Every time we spend our hard-earned money, every time we spend our dollars in your establishment, those dollars are taken out of circulation from our community and is sent to your child. We put food in your children's mouth. You guys don't put food in our children's mouth. We feed your children. You need us. We don't need y'all. You guys don't support us for anything. And guess what? We're still good. We still good. Our kids still eat. We still look good. Our kids still go to school. We got black excellence all around us. But you guys want to highlight the worst of us and plaster it all over the media, all over the world, so you can participate in this little white supremacy game. See, the truth of the matter is that all these nationalities that be coming up around us know that black people is under economic attack. They know that black people is under economic attack, economic oppression, that there's an economic warfare that's going on against black people. So you know what they do? They take advantage of that. They come into our communities, they live among us, they stay among us, you know what I mean? They open up their businesses, they make money from us, then talk behind us, behind our backs. Talk behind us, behind our backs. They participate in our oppression with white supremacy, but try to stay quiet and act like they not. Come on. Y'all need us. We don't break bread. Y'all don't break bread with us. We break bread with y'all, and we still good. We feed y'all children. When a sister goes get her nails done in an Asian restaurant, she's literally putting a spoon in your baby's mouth back in Asia. Let's be real. Y'all don't break bread with us. Whatever we say is hot. We make the culture here that we the ones who's buying. We have the buying power. We the ones who said, hey, Mercedes-Benz is hot. Benz is hot because we said it's hot. Jordan is hot. We said it's hot. Nike's hot because we said it's hot. It ain't y'all. Nobody ain't following y'all. Y'all following us. And it's not just the Asians. And I'm not talking about all the Asians, but a lot of them. But it's not just them. It's all these other nationalities, the Arabs, the Indians, all these people. You go into a black mall, right? All these Arabs are in there. All these Indians are in there selling jewelry. I want to challenge y'all. Go around, you know what I'm saying, where they selling jewelry at, and ask them, yo, who's your supplier? I went to a mall, I went to like 5, 6, 7 jewelers. Who's your supplier? Who's your supplier? Who supplies you with jewelry? I asked one jeweler, his eyes was like, couldn't believe it. Because they only come here to sell to us. They ain't trying to collaborate, they ain't trying to do business with us, and they trying to gatekeep whatever they got going on to keep us out. But they'll take your money, then turn around and talk shit about you. Turn around and come on the internet and say that we're begging for scraps and for reparations because they scared. Because they scared. Because they know that the day that comes, when we get paid, when we get our money, when we get paid, we ain't gonna need nothing. We ain't gonna need nobody for nothing, especially them. They're leeches. Come in our neighborhoods, take our money, exploit the racist system that is pointing against us, then act like they not, oh, we don't participate in racism, but in your household talking mad smack about us. But see us and smile in our faces, just to get some money, just to get a dollar bill. And then they pack up and they go to sub-Saharan Africa. They go into Africa right now, they doing the same exact thing. Let me tell you something too, that Asian dude, the Asian lady in China Mac. The only reason, listen to this, the only reason why China is even a superpower today is because the Europeans allowed it. Okay? Because all of the raw material that is pulled out of Africa is sent to China for processing and manufacturing. That was done deliberately just to keep manufacturing out of Africa. Because they didn't want Africa to become what China is. Africa could become what China is in about 5 to 10 years if they could get into the manufacturing game. But they purposely make sure all the raw material. Come on, man, I know this. And they mad right now. You know why they mad? Because we waking up. We waking up. We waking up. That's why they upset. And black love is coming back. Black pride is coming back. We a monster to deal with. And when we fully wake back up, trust me, a lot of people's gonna starve.
I just passed by a boycott of an Asian hair store here in Houston. And immediately when I get on TikTok, I see a post of a young gentleman saying people all over the country are boycotting Asian hair stores and Asian nail salons because of what happened to Cyrus. The most liked comment said, "Why punish other businesses that had nothing to do that?" And my response to that is very simple. Because I can't look at the color of your skin to determine whether you're friend or foe. For years, y'all have looked at the color of our skin and looped us all as criminals, as has-beens. We ain't gonna never be nothing and we are tired. But when we do it to you, it's a problem. But Drea, we're not all like that. And I understand that you're not all like that. But I am not willing to walk into another store or into another business that don't have somebody that look like me to find out that you're not one of the cool ones. What do? We stop going to all of your establishments. We start supporting our own, period. I'm about to start putting together a series of Black Wall Street Zooms that is free, that is for everybody in the Black community that can come and start learning about resources in your area for you to support your own people. And I know that there's an app out there that you can go to. I'm not talking about no app. I'm talking about real conversations, real people that you can connect to in your area.
When the Black community is talking about boycotting Asian businesses, everybody should be in agreement with them. And for the people who really just don't understand or agree with me, I just really want you to also understand that they are not in your business, because there are some Asian people that only shop at Asian places. Only. Like, I'm talking about people that will drive all the way to like Orange County in LA and just go to get boba, dim sum, noodle houses, Korean barbecue, and they just stick with that same thing. And they're not saying anything about it. I just don't understand what's the problem of wanting to support the Black community and wanting to support their own businesses at this. I think it's great. We should actually be very happy that this is what they want, and we should be in support with them. Like, we should be looking and seeking to support their community too. Like, why are you so pressed about where their money is going at this point? I don't know. And I feel like I could talk about this topic for a very long time, because how I see it is that, like, if you were to go to any other country, right? Let's just say, like, for me, I'm Chinese Cambodian. Let's say we go to Cambodia. All the business owners in that country are Cambodian, or majority of them are Cambodian. So we're here in America, and the Native Americans were here. The white Americans took their land. The Black Americans built this land. The Black Americans doesn't have an established community, and like even in the same way that Asian people do. Is that not alarming? Like, every other community out here has some sort of established business amongst even like a certain trade. But are you guys even asking, like, why is it that the Black community is not? And it's not their fault, because many people in the Black community, they do try to have businesses. They do try to do these things, but there is discrimination and there is systemic racism that prevents them from doing it. And, or if not, people be trying to shut them down just because. Do you guys don't see that? You guys don't ask why? I'm just like...
All I'm saying is that if
it just dawned on me that Asians are having a FAFO moment. I've always fucking hated the 39 to 42% of Asians who voted for Donald Trump, because I was like, how could you be that fucking stupid to vote against your best interest? And they're all racist over here, thinking that they're better than everybody else, that they're not going to be detained and deported by ICE because it's all the Mexicans that are going to be detained. Not really caring about anybody else but themselves. And now after the Rick Chow verdict, when Asians are coming out in groves talking about, well, don't freaking punish a whole community of Asians by boycotting all Asian businesses, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this whole time they just cared about themselves. That's why they voted the way they did. Black people boycotting Asian businesses was not on my bingo card, but this is fucking a great twist to 2026. Can you do me a solid favor, though? While you're boycotting Asian businesses and talking amongst yourselves of which businesses to boycott, can you, like, prioritize
Hello there, YouTube family, and I hope you are doing fine from wherever you are watching this from. Now, the Asian community has been on the receiving end, especially after the acquittal of, Rick Chow in the murder case versus Carmack Belton. And majority of Black Americans have been saying that they are no longer going to be buying from most of these Asian stores, that they are no longer going to be supporting Asian-owned businesses, something that has attracted a lot of discussion online from different groups, from white people, from brown people, from Latino, and more Black people. Now, the real question is, should the whole Asian community be treated the same way or boycotted because of the actions of one person, or should that be treated as a single case? Let's have a look at these few clips, and then I'll be back with more commentaries in the end. In the meantime, you can share with me your thoughts down below in the comment section.
And to the people who got something to say about people boycotting Asian businesses, why is it bothering you? Let's start there. Heart posture is everything. Even the Black people coming out and critiquing it, why is it bothering you? Why? Is it bothering you that Black people don't want to spend their dollars with people that treat them like crap? Tell me. Tell me. And then I hear some people say, well, the Asians have everything. They have this app. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. So we're going to do what we can and let people do what they can do. Why is that bothering any of you people? Start there. Tell me, why is it bothering you, especially Black people? That since people are coming out, not the violent, stupid people, but people that choose not to spend their money with these people. First, especially it's a lot of the Republican conservative people. First, y'all was all on Ice Baby. And now y'all against Black people with everybody, right? Yeah, this is what I say. This is ridiculous. And that's why I had to stop speaking out to Black people so much and reprimanding us, because people don't know how to take it into context. Because you're reprimanding your own people. People think it's a gateway or a doorway for racist, other weird shit to go on, and that other people can stand up and try to dog Black people out all day. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. And a lot of Black people don't mind that shit, but I mind it. I don't like that shit at all. I don't see what's the point. How is that bothering you? Finally, Black people are coming together some sort of way. Why is that bothering anybody? Please, somebody get up here and tell me. Why? Why is that bothering? Oh, they could be doing this. There's people do. That's great. Let it start somewhere. It's not hurting nobody but them pockets of them Asian people who want to treat us bad. Don't act like this just started. Like I said, back since the 90s, I've been getting treated like shit in all kind of Asian shops. So what's the problem? This is crazy.
My grandma always used to say, people always think the grass is greener on the other side, but you still got to water that shit. And every time I see certain conversations online, I always think about that. I'm seeing some folks say Black people shouldn't be boycotting Asian businesses. Y'all gonna see what happened to y'all. And I'm like, what happened to y'all? What happened to us? What happened to y'all? That's the part that always kind of gets me, right? If Black people don't matter, if the Black dollar ain't valuable, if Black people are doing too much, then stop taking our money. It's really that simple. Go on and get all them other dollars. Open your stores exclusively in communities where you feel like people don't complain, don't protest, and they don't speak up. Since we're such a burden, go and see how much it works out for you. The irony is Black people have spent generations fighting for equality, not just for Black people, but for everybody. And now a lot of people that benefited from the fight that Black people did, they want to say, just be quiet and shut up. But if it wasn't for us, they'd be no you. And now some of the people who benefited from Black folks opening those doors act like Black people don't bring nothing to the table. And that's why I don't get offended anymore. If you truly believe Black people have no value, stand on business. Stop taking the Black dollar. Stop opening businesses in Black neighborhoods. Stop marketing to Black consumers. And just let us know when that little experiment works out. Because see, my grandmama also taught me something else. Folks don't appreciate water until the well runs dry.